San Antonio. This is Rob for the Metalworks. Today we're here at the Sunset Station to check out a band that we have highly been anticipating. Brings me great pleasure to welcome Jimmy Bauer and Rex Brown of the band. Rex, you're way too early in this interview, man.
Sorry, dude. That's the way it goes. Call me and Jimmy the Rhythm Dicks. That's all there is to it. Sells that, so.
All right, you people know.
From Down.
The supergroup from New Orleans, Down. Yes, it's really great to have you guys finally on our program. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Jimmy, there was a lot of people out there who never thought or had anticipated that Down would ever reform. How did Down get back together?
Well, it was a mixture of, it was about time, for one thing, and I don't know, a lot of things fell into place that kind of made it make more sense than anything. So, and I don't know, I'm just happy to be back, man. It's great, you know. I mean, we're getting along great. We're jamming great. Everything's rolling fine. And
so there's also been, you know, much said about the new Phil Anselmo, the sober Phil Anselmo. Did that have any major impact in the reformation of Down?
Yeah, I got sober as well. Me and Phil got sober together. A lot of other members in the band got sober as well, and of course it made a difference. You know, you think clearly, you think right, and you know, and Phil's a completely different person.
Let's go ahead and talk about Down 3, and I really want to kind of dive into the meat and guts of this record because when I first listened to Down 3, it's definitely got its own vibe compared to 1 and 2. Especially like when you hear a song like Never Try, where it kind of really seems like you guys are just there, just jamming, having a good time, and really just feeling it. In your opinion, what do you feel separates this record maybe from what you guys have done in the past?
As an overview, say I'm not in the band, I would say that the first Down album was more of a demo, you know, pretty much jam tape demo on a record, you know. Yeah, you know, that they made into a record that they put out and the whole bit, and I wasn't a part of that. The second record was more of a freaking, I don't know, we had all these songs on tape and all these, you know, the written down notes of what song this was, and we could go back and listen to the tapes and put it together very quickly and just jammed over them. And of course, you know, we'd get, you know, wake Philip up about 7 at night and, you know, bring him down and say, what do you think? And then we track it, and then from there, basically we were working around the clock on Down 2. And 28 days later, we had all the tracks finished, no more overdubs, anything. We did it all, and it was insane. The amount of booze and assorted candies, where it was amazing that you know, and it turned out to be I think, you know, one of those killer records that needed to come out. But this one was much more formulated and much more, you know, since everybody kind of cleaned their act up, that we kind of just molded into a more cohesive. We wanted to make a badass killer record that was all together, not some sparse tracks put here and there. Phil must have gone through the list about 100 different times of the sequencing and all that kind of stuff.
Also, one of the things that I think people were really talking about when the record dropped was the fact that people were saying, like, this is the best that I think we've ever heard Phil really sing. I mean, not just like screaming and growling and howling up there, but he's really actually using his voice and singing on some of these tracks.
He developed his voice a lot, you know, since he got, you know, since all the tragedies and everything like that. I think consciously he knew this was, you know, his comeback, and you know, I think he sings beautiful, man. And every night he blows us away every night with, you know, a couple little ad-lib things he does and stuff like that. And like, damn, dude, you know, he's truly a great singer.
As we continue to talk about the record, talk a little bit about the title, Over the Under. Where is that coming from? I know there's some tracks in the lyrically, and I know Phil did some lyrics and other members, but where's the vibe of lyrically for this record? What is it saying? I know there's a track dedicated to Dime, and there's a track talking about your hometown, New Orleans, and a lot of really heartfelt tracks lyrically on the CD.
Well, I think the title is pretty self-explanatory. It's under being low in any way, shape, or form. Just being under anything sucks, and being over the under. It's done. And yeah, a lot of bad things happened, and sometimes it takes people longer to get out of slumps or bad things than it does others, and I was pretty amazed at how fast collectively we've all had our own self-tragedies, and for everybody to bounce back and come back, and for 5 negative to come back and be positive, it's beautiful, man. It's really cool, and I think that reflects on the record, and everybody in the band, well, speaking for myself, but I think we all wanted to go in there and shine.
Also, very happy that you guys did like the tour, the diary when you guys were writing the record, and the photos that you put on your website, so that people could see and read what was going on in the mindset as you guys were working on this record. Really appreciated that. Yeah, that's very, very important.
Yeah, it gives people an insight as to what's going on, and as opposed to being so mystical to where people think you live in a little room and whatever, huh? Which Rex does, but
in L.A., huh? You still live in Dallas, Rex?
Back in Texas, boy. I'm native again.
Okay, so great. The Down video will be coming. For what track is it? I think we missed that part.
March of Saints.
All right, cool. That wasn't a trick question.
No, I know, but I didn't know if we were supposed to keep it a big surprise.
Well, just say if it is. Anything that I missed? Anything you want to tell your people out there in San Antonio?
Please come see us play, man. We won't let you down, I promise. And if you don't have the record, buy it, because the artwork's killer. The whole thing of sitting down, burning one, putting it in, reading the lyrics, checking everything out, it's almost like a sense of that has been lost, and it's like, to see that come back would be cool, a lot cooler than the new Camry or whatever,
You want to add anything to that, Rex? Anything you want to share?
No, just that, and come see the show and check it out. See the truth, Absolutely, that's where we're at.
Just one vital question that just came to me. Everybody out there knows that you guys individually are artists yourselves, but I have to ask, as you look ahead, and I know Rex said, we take it one day at a time, but as you think about Down the band, is this, do you see Down continuing for all of you in the future? Meaning, will Down be putting out a record every 2 years from here on out, or will you guys disperse again and then maybe come back to Down 3 or 4 years later?
We have a wealth of material that's still out there to be put out. These little breaks that we take or whatever, at a certain point it's going to be where you're just going to get product after product, if it be like even an EP or stuff like that. But that's, right now what we're trying to do is we're trying to promote this record. There's all kinds, there's talk of acoustic things. We have tons of different stuff that we can do. Dude, if we wanted to, play bluegrass and gospel and make it heavy, we could do it. You know what I'm saying? So there's not going to be any 5-year breaks or anything like that.
In fact, we're taking it one day at a time. And we're right now, like you said, we're promoting the record, and then when we're done with this, then everybody's brains start shooting off and coming up with ideas. But like you said, taking it one day at a time is the best way to put it.
Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time this afternoon. I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you for giving everything to our viewers as well. Remember San Antonio. The metal.
The metal okra.
I'm going to edit that out, Rex. Remember San Antonio. Down 3 is out, Over the Under. Be sure to go pick it up at your record store or online. Remember, you saw Down only right here on ROBBS Metalworks.